The strongest man in the world can easily be killed if he lacks self-control. Bro, have you ever been in a position where you knew something was bad for you and you still did it anyway? Just sit with me for 3 minutes and I'm going to tell you why. He gives us the answer right here in the Bible in Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. A man to whom there is no control to his spirit is like a broken down city without a wall. Back in these days, if a city didn't have strong walls, it could easily be clipped by the enemy. They call it a moat. And a moat is basically used for defense. It creates a barrier around the castle so enemies can't just walk in. They got to try very, very hard. Take this same example that the Bible has given us when it comes to men and our self-control. Like, bro, we can run as many miles as we want. We can read as many books as we want. We can lift all the weights in the world. But if we lack self-control, we are destroyed by the enemy. We don't have a moat. And this Bible verse really stuck out to me because I'm currently reading this book called Fooled by Randomness by Nassim Taleb. And listen to what this says. He says, it is also a scientific fact and a shocking one that both risk detection and risk avoidance are not mediated in the thinking part of the brain, but largely in the emotional one, the risk as feelings theory. The consequences are not trivial. It means that rational thinking has little, very little, to do with risk avoidance. Much of what rational thinking seems to do is rationalize one's actions by fitting some logic to them. And that alone explains something that all of us men have experienced. We know that something is dangerous. We can see that it's dangerous from a mile away. We can even explain how it's going to destroy our lives, yet we do it anyway. And that sounds stupid, but why? Because logic doesn't stop danger, bro. Your emotions are going to kick in and justify why you're about to do it. That's how lust also destroys us, bro. It starts off with answering her text messages, and then with, I'm just going to her crib, and then with, I'm just going to put the tip in, and then full blown, I'm just keeping it 100. Let's even look at the wisest kings in scripture. King Solomon was told by God to not deal with foreign women, and yet he did it anyway. King David knew not to mess with another man's wife, but he ended up doing it anyway. These guys did not lack wisdom. They lacked control of their spirit, self-control in the moment. So how do you build self-control? Well, bro, I can tell you what I learned, and I'm putting up walls and moats that are so strong that it can't even touch me, because my goal is to end the war before it even started. I'm changing my number. I'm unfollowing people online. I'm controlling what my algorithm is, staying in my Bible. I'm praying, being with my family, and minding my business. A valuable king can't just be out walking around in the street, bro. You got to build your walls and make sure you have protection. Share this with the brother who needs it. If you need daily accountability, you can join mensbookclub.com, where we're reading books like the Bible every day for 31 days straight. Just comment the word challenge